Hello and welcome to episode 15 of the Statesmanship Project, the big 1-5. Doing pretty well on these, I think. I'm getting definitely more comfortable with this. And easy strength program, the weights are going up, which is good. I'm up to pressing the 53-pound kettlebell for one arm and doing the double kettlebell front squats with the 53 in each hand. Also, much improvement. I look forward to continuing this program as I'm 3 weeks in and I have 5 more weeks to go. What I want to talk about today in today's episode is agency. Agency is taking complete responsibility for the decisions you make in your life. Agency is really about authorship. It's about authoring your own life. If you think about it, in professional sports you have a player who's known as a free agent, which means they get to sign whatever contract with whatever team they want anywhere in the league. And that's what you are, if you think about it. You are a free agent. You have agency to decide where you want to go with your life, what you want to do with your life. If there's something you want to learn, you can learn it. You don't need anybody else's permission to do it. That's what it means to be a radical statesman. That's what it means to have agency. It means you author your own life. If you want to learn how to be a fashion designer, you don't need to go to school. You need to buy some fabric, maybe a sewing machine, some scissors, tape measure, some pins, and some templates. Start making your own clothes. Once you understand the basics of how to make clothes, then you can start adding your own designs to them. Figure out how designs work, and then try them on. See if you like them. See if your friends like wearing them. And then if you do, well, maybe you're good at being a fashion designer. Or maybe you do it for a couple months and you realize that it's not really what you wanted to do. Either way, you've taken agency in your life. There are too many people that go about life just thinking, why does this happen to me? Why does this happen to me? Why me? The reality is, you end up with the life that you choose to live. You are what you repeatedly do. And if you do nothing repeatedly, you will be nothing. If you are just a consumer of whatever is placed in front of you, all you will ever be is a consumer of what is placed in front of you. So this is what we have to understand if we want to take ownership of our lives, if we want to have radical personal responsibility, if we want to have radical statesmanship, if we want to be a leader in this world, we must first lead ourselves. We must guide ourselves to the things that we want in life. And part of getting there is figuring out how to get there. Because once you know how to find what it is that you want in life, you will be better able to find other things. Because sometimes, if you get what you want, it might not be what you wanted. Maybe you were pursuing a career as an electrician, and you realize that, I really don't like this. It's not what I want to do. Okay. Well, if you knew how to become an electrician, maybe you can figure out how to do something else. So this is the mindset that we want. This is the mindset that we're pursuing. If you want to be an author, if you want to write stories, start writing stories. If they're bad, so what? It's the way I am with these videos. If they're bad, I don't care. Because part of the learning is in the doing. And so if these videos are bad, if nobody watches them, it doesn't matter. What's the purpose of them being there is for my own edification. I want to get better at communicating my ideas in sort of an ad hoc way. This is kind of like writing a journal, only in the 21st century. So I'm sharing my thoughts digitally, and if anyone finds them useful or insightful or interesting, great. But at the end of the day, what I'm seeking to get out of this is my own capacity to do this and to get better at doing it. This is the approach that we want with life. We want to look at something, look at our life, like I was talking about yesterday in the 3 requirements for human action. Is there something in your life with which you are unhappy? Maybe there's a lot of things, maybe there's one thing. Okay, boom, focus on that. And then once you have that thing in your mind, figure out what would be better. Maybe you don't like the job that you have. Maybe you find it meaningless and monotonous and tedious and boring and unfulfilling. Okay, great. What would be fulfilling for you? No idea. That's all right. Think about something you like doing. Well, I like doing this. Okay. Maybe I like drawing. Okay, well, spend an hour a day just drawing. And in your pursuit of trying to get better at drawing, you will learn something about yourself, or you will learn something about drawing, and will learn something about the field of drawing, of artistry, that draws you into that and allows you to go deeper and learn more and explore more and experience more. And from that, you can expand your horizons. Maybe an opportunity for an illustrator comes up at a small publishing company. You could submit the work that you've already done and say, this is a project I think I'd be good at doing. And maybe they give it to you. Maybe you have a small-time gig doing that. It's very rare that you need to just quit everything you're doing and go whole hog into something you've never done before. But if you set yourself up with the capacity to learn something new and to slowly and steadily get better at it every day, by the time you need those skills, you will be magnificent. So don't set yourself up for failure by expecting the journey of 1,000 footsteps to occur tomorrow. The journey of 1,000 footsteps starts with a single step. True, yes. So take that step. Take the second step. Have the mindset that not everything has to happen instantaneously. We live in a world where we expect instant gratification for everything, and this causes us to pursue less and less meaningful pursuits, because meaning comes with a duration of time investment. It's not something that happens overnight. You can't even begin to comprehend meaningfulness in a single night or in a single instant. It's a lot like appreciating a complex flavor. Chances are good that a complex flavor will be bad. It'll taste bad to someone who does not have a well-developed palate. However, if you spend a lot of time over the course of a lifetime eating slightly more and more complex foods, more complexly flavored foods, your palate will improve, and then your ability to appreciate and understand and enjoy a complex flavor profile will be achieved. But that didn't happen overnight. And so this idea of being cultured, of having an enriched life, that comes from living an enriched life slowly over a period of time. So if you want to have a more enriched life, you have to be responsible for it. You have to find out what it is that you want. What are the things that you want to cultivate in your life, and you have to cultivate them. Like personally, I love to bake. When I first started baking, I wasn't very good. And then I've gotten better and better and better. I'm, maybe as good as some of the people who apply to be on the Great British Bake Show. Maybe, and only in certain categories. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop baking because I'm not as good as the people I see on television. That would be absurd. I pursue baking for the joy of the pursuit, and what I make generally tastes really good. And I like making good tasting foods for other people in my life because they enjoy them as well. And so the joy of it is in the pursuit. And if I make something and it turns out well, I figure out what worked well, and then I can apply it forward, and I figure out what didn't work, and I figure out why it didn't work, and then I figure out how to make those adjustments in the future, whether I make that same dish again or I make something new. This is the mindset we want to cultivate. Not everything we do has to be a success. In fact, the majority of the things we do are not going to be anything to write home about. Occasionally in your life, maybe once or twice a year, you will have something that is phenomenal. But if you don't do the things that are necessary on the 363 other days of the year, you won't get those too. And so giving up on everything for the perception that there's such a small amount of exceptional experiences that I can have will deprive you of the exceptional experiences that you can have. So you have to savor and appreciate those things when they come along. And the only way we get there is by taking agency within our lives. By saying, you know what, I've always wanted to do this, I'm going to do this. I've wanted to learn how to play guitar, I'm going to learn how to play guitar. I've wanted to, study a foreign language, I'm going to start studying a foreign language. There is no reason that you can't pursue the things that you want in life if you're willing to go out and do it. So don't sell yourself short. Pursue agency, take responsibility for your life, and live the life that you want. I hope this has been helpful. This is a longer one. I'll try to edit it down so it's not terribly long. And you'll probably see my cat Sweet Pea in the video again. She likes to hang out while I exercise. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this content. And until next time, have a good day.